Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play the Journeyman Project Turbo. Now, we are finally ready to get started, so we have to choose a time zone to go to. Now, while we do technically have the freedom to go wherever we want, there is an optimal path so that we don't have to backtrack at all. We can actually make it so that we only have to go to each time zone once, rather than having to come back again, because there are going to be some items you need from one time zone to use in another. So this is the best route to go. We're going to start off with the Morimoto colony on Mars. And again, I have to do the whole cancel, click it again to make sure the sound goes away.
Select a destination from the listing on the left monitor. Late arrival.
I will assassinate thee, so delicate, Mars.
Alright, so now we are on Mars. And this is an emergency exit only, but we're just going to ignore that.
This door will unlock in an emergency.
Or maybe we will obey, because it won't open anyways. Alright, so here we are on Mars, and I think actually this is the time zone that honestly has the most to do. It's quite expansive, size-wise. The other ones aren't nearly as big, especially the 200 million BC, but that's kind of a special case since there's only one thing we're going to go do there. But let's go ahead and let's explore. Even though we can only go straight right now.
Shuttle lock active. Launch not authorized.
But I want to go flying, but they won't let me, so screw them. There's another one here. They're all locked, so we can't take any of them, though. Now, we are in the future, so robots aren't exactly out of place, but that still seemed a little suspicious, and the game really wanted to make sure that we saw that. So, I'm going to get more on that later. But we actually come to an intersection now, and this was something over here that I actually never found this the first time playing. I didn't even notice this, that this was clickable.
Welcome to Chrysae Planitia, more commonly known as Mars.
And we can actually get some info on the colony.
Like a heavenly siren, Mars lures us to its inhospitable shores with visions of unearthly splendor.
All I can think of when I'm on Mars here is the Total Recall Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. And get your ass to Mars.
The atmosphere of this planet, which is composed mainly of carbon dioxide, is only 1/100th as dense as that of Earth. However, thanks to an atmospheric energy shield, you can enjoy the majesty of the immense volcano Olympus Mons, the vast canyons known as Copretes and Copretes Minor, and many of Mars' other natural wonders, from within the comfort of Morimoto Corporation's Mars colony.
Yeah, enjoy the volcano.
The generator for the colony's atmospheric shield lies far beneath the planet's surface, the legacy of the miners, whose abandoned caverns this colony is built over. Construction of the colony should be completed by June of 2190. Please enjoy your stay.
And that's it for the sites.
The Morimoto Mars colony occupies 2 square miles of space on the edge of the canyon, known as Cooperative Minor. The walls of this canyon host the shuttle docking bay, as well as the gantry from which the shuttles are launched, and the accelerator tube which shoots them out into space. A closer look at the gantry reveals its 140-foot stretch across the canyon, and a 3-cockpit module nose which transport pilots to and from the ships. You're currently in the entry hall of the shuttle port. The red areas at the top and bottom of the map indicate remnants of the old mining colony which have not yet been renovated. These areas are for authorized personnel only. The path at the left center of the map is the main entrance to the colony.
Well, I'm authorized. Does it have a viewing port? It should have a "You are here" sign right here. But that's all for that. So yeah, I missed that the first time playing this. It's not necessary, but that's kind of cool. We actually come over here. We actually get a view. Nice little view of Mars out there. I say a nice view, although it kind of looks desolate out there. Coming over here, we have the ore processing machine room. We are not supposed to go this way, but we're going to ignore that anyways.
Warning. Life support systems not active beyond this point.
Psh, who needs life support? I don't. Atmosphere in this environment is not breathable. We'll see about that. I don't need air. Air is for weaklings. Oh, okay, maybe not. Suffocation. Just a reminder, oxygen is a necessary part of life. Oh, really? I didn't know that. So look at us there on the ground. Yeah, we're dead. Again, that one you really just have to not be paying attention for this one to happen. So, moving on. Let's not go this way, shall we? We'll actually heed the warning. Instead, we'll go through the main entrance. Although we're giving another warning. Warning, interacting with humans is forbidden. Remember, we are not allowed to interact with anyone else from a different time zone, because we could screw up history. But who cares? Apparently we should care, because we get caught by security. Now this is kind of one of the default death screens that you get for quite a few different things. It just says, out of energy and in the hands of the law enforcement officers, blah blah blah. So this is typically what you would get if you run out of energy, or you if you go to an area where humans are and you're not supposed to be. It's kind of a standard death. But anyways, once again, we have to actually pay attention to the warnings, and we can't go that way. So there's only one way left to go. Over here, you have just another one of these things. It's the same message. They just have one on each side. I guess to be symmetrical. Although I suppose I can understand that. When some things aren't symmetrical, it drives me nuts. You actually see these blinking lights out here. I didn't notice that the first time. Just another different view. These are just design things. They don't do anything. So let's head over to the maintenance transport. Well, how convenient. It's arrived just for us. They must have known we were coming. So we might as well hop on. But before we ride it, we should grab here. We have wire cutters. Made of Damascus, no less. So they can pretty much cut through anything. Cut through like butter. And we need the maintenance key. We'll need this a little bit down the way. But we got what we need, so now we move forward. good thing your character's not claustrophobic. This would really freak out someone who is. Especially if the tram stopped midway. That would really suck. Okay. So now we can turn the wrong way and actually hop off.
Maintenance transport ready.
Of course it is, I just brought it here. Alright, anyways. And if we magically turn left... Oh, hi there. How you doing? Don't hurt me.
Out of my way, or die.
On second thought, hell no, I'm not gonna let some robot threaten me. You can bite me. What are you gonna do about it? Yeah, he's gonna do that. Does Wayne Brady have to choke a bitch? I think he does. So, what do you do when a 7-foot-tall robot tells you to get out of its way? Go ahead, take a wild guess. Maybe what I did? Guess not. So, obviously, if you wait there long enough or attempt to move any other way than the way you're supposed to, he will choke the shit out of you, and you're dead. So, let's do the right thing this time. Alright, this time we will actually get out of the robot's way. Since I don't want to get choked again.
Out of my way, or die.
Yeah, what if I don't? What are you gonna do? Yeah, I already know what you're gonna do, so don't do it. I changed my mind. So that's what you have to do to avoid getting choked to death by the robot. You have to walk over here. And that actually brings attention to this machine here. If you click on this... fill her up! Good thing I don't have to pay for this. Not like it's some kind of gas stop. Gas is expensive now. Anyways, so we get an oxygen mask. I believe... Does it say it actually has air or not? No, it doesn't say so. It also has a built-in air filtration system. Even though it's really old. So we're gonna need that. And the robot left, so what should we do? Well, just move on, I guess.
Warning. Life support systems not active beyond this point.
And this is what you need the oxygen mask for, so we don't choke to death. No, I say choke to death. Well, getting choked by the robot or choking on no air. Take her for a spin. And... boom, headshot, we explode. Explosion of Mars colony. Your expert sleuthing abilities have led you to the discovery of what actually happened to the Mars colony. And they're being real sarcastic there, because we completely ignored what we needed to do. We tried to move on when there was actually something really critical to take care of. So, I like this picture, just boom, everything's just gone. Oh well. Alright, let's going back. Alright, so back here, obviously, there's something that we have to go check out, and it would make sense, since the robot came out of here, we should actually investigate what it was doing. And there's excessive levels of radiation, but hopefully our biosuit will be able to protect us long enough. Can't remember if it actually affects your energy or not. I don't think so. Now the only thing we can do here is return to the last position. That's fine, that's what we want to do. We want to see what the robot was doing in here. Because the robot wasn't very friendly. So we can either go back or lower the screen. Now this is what we needed the maintenance key for. We need this to unlock this panel here. Now in Pegasus Prime, they actually changed this puzzle, as well as, I mean, many of the others. They tweaked them, whatnot. This one here, rather than using the key like this, you actually had to get some liquid nitrogen, freeze this, and then you used a power crowbar, I believe, to pry it off. But here it's a lot simpler. We just need the key. And again, I'm only going by what I've seen in the speed run. I've never actually gotten to play Pegasus Prime, which I always wish I could. I've always wished I could have. So, we can measure the output levels and the evaluation. Energy shield's fully operational, so nothing wrong with that. I think it says the same thing for that. Doesn't do anything different. But let's run the diagnostics, which requires an access card. Unfortunately, something is in the way, which if you looked real closely, you could have seen that was right there. Well, there's a foreign object in our way. We need to be able to access the card slot, so I guess we'll just remove it. Not a good idea. I like this picture. I like this one. You're just flying. Whee! Had you been able to disable the source of the explosion, you might not have had your atoms scattered all over the Martian landscape. Awesome! So yeah, you can't just pull it out. It causes an explosion. Not a good thing. So let's do it the right way. Rather than removing it directly, it would be a smart thing to first analyze what this is.
Analyzing. Explosive device detected in card slot.
I like how we can determine that, scanning. Oh, it's a bomb. Like, this panel really would be able to tell that it's a bomb rather than just some card that's stuck in there. So, we might as well try to attempt circuit link circuit. I just realized, is that a typo? I think it is. Circuit link to detonator. Yeah, it's definitely a typo.
To deactivate the explosive device, complete the electrosynaptic connections by filling them in with the appropriate color nodes. Now accessing level 1. Choose a color node.
So here's the first real puzzle. We pretty much have to play Mastermind. If you don't know what that is, there is pretty much a hidden code using this sequence of colors. We have to guess what it is by we make some guesses, and it'll tell us how many are correct and in the right position. Mastermind itself is actually a little different. You actually get to you'll know what's correct and in the right position, as well as which one's the right color, but in the wrong spot. This is kind of a little simplified version. And you only get so many guesses. Now, I originally thought that if you guessed wrong too many times, that it would blow up, but I believe it actually just resets the puzzle again, all the way back down to level 1. And you can't save in between levels. Every time you load, it'll be back at level 1. And there is no predetermined code. It is randomized every time you play, so you have to actually guess properly here. There's no way to get past this easily. And of course, there's a time limit. Although again, honestly, the time limit's not a problem. It's like, what, 7 minutes or something it gives you? Plenty of time. There actually is a death, though, for letting the time run out. And it's kind of a pain to show, because the only way to make it happen is to wait. So I'm just going to cut that out. So I'm going to skip ahead to what happens when the bomb goes off. Alright, so 15 seconds left finally. Just been sitting here letting the clock tick down. Here's what happens when the time runs out, because this death is awesome. 2, 1, boop! Lethal dose of radiation. This is probably one of the best death screens ever, at least for this game. It's like, it's not superly, is that a word? It's not like majorly graphic, but just the idea of a lethal dose of radiation in this situation would have been about 240 rads. However, the 4,700 rads of radiation emanating from the radon core of the shield generator had little trouble eating through your energy shield and disintegrating your flesh. Pretty brutal. Alright, so now that I've finally shown that death off, let's go back to the bomb. Well, we're back at the bomb, but I'm actually going to cut this video here after that long wait I had to do. So, in the next one, we will actually work at dismantling this bomb, and hopefully we'll get it on the first try. We'll see. Alright, I'll see you then.